Alright, welcome to Ultimate General. So what we're going to be doing, we're just kind of doing just a playthrough a little bit. I've already fought quite a few battles already, but I just decided to record this, just put it up on YouTube just for heck of it. Right now, what we're doing is we're actually building our way up to the Battle of Antietam. So we're going to be doing, this is the next battle here, the Weapons Factory. If anyone has not played this game, Ultimate General is kind of one of those things. You have an army group that you build and continue to grow, and you fight battles in the Civil War. Currently, I am the Confederates in the Civil War. I kind of thought I'd try them. It's a little bit more interesting in terms of you're always outnumbered, always outgunned. Interesting in that regard. But what we're going to do, as you can see, I've just got done fighting a battle, so I've lost a few generals I have to replace. Also some men that I need to replace here, and so I have 2 resources, so money, and then of course manpower. I guess 3 resources if you want to count the reputation points, which you get reputation points for winning battles. And reputation points does a couple things. You can actually buy certain things, so like I can get more cash, I can get more manpower, special weapons for just the certain amount of rep points there. Also, with the rep points that you do have, you get to keep a morale bonus. So I do like to keep a lot of rep points just kind of up, just to continue to get a morale boost. It does help a ton in battles. What we're going to do real quick, I just kind of want to see what we need to bring in terms of how many brigades we can. So 12 brigades. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to our camp. So we are bringing 12 brigades, and it looks like we are going to be, I believe we're attacking. Let me check one more time here. Yep, looks like we're attacking. So they'll be in a really good defended position with some hills and everything like that, and some forests. So probably what we want to bring is probably 12 brigades of infantry, I think would be the best way to go. So let's get everyone commandered out so that they have people to lead them. And let's get some infantry. So there's 2 things that you can do. You can either do veterans or rookie. As you notice, the bar goes down if I'm using rookies, so it's pretty much putting like green people in. If I use the veterans, they cost a ton more money, but you get to keep your XP. So can be good in that regard. For usually my veterans, I kind of just don't keep them at full strength all the way, or I'm going to do it with this one because they got diminished last battle. So I think they're going to be worth it. These guys, pretty easy to get back up. Let's get a new general here. I'm not going to use any brigadier generals. Probably just use another colonel. Do about 1900. Think about filling them out. Alright. Get them there. Okay. So let's get a couple more here going. Let's just outfit these guys.
Sir, yes, sir.
Alright. And so these guys had just leveled up, so you actually get to pick perks as you go through. So your brigades will level up, gain experience as you're going through. My first one that I pick, I always like discipline training. It gives them a morale boost, and it gives them an efficiency bonus. The efficiency bonus more or less just makes them more efficient in reloading, shooting. It's just kind of like an overall stat. So what I usually do for my second one, depending on the group that I'm using, this is kind of my assault group, and what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do the assault course. I've been using these guys mostly to take positions. A lot of them are just with rifles that are really good at melee. As you can see, the rifle has stats. So the farmer rifle does 18 damage, and that's like for musket. And then, of course, you have an effective range of only 200 yards. So that's the downside of these rifles, is their range is really bad, but they have a pretty good melee attack. So I usually use them for either countercharging or just to brute force my way through a position. You can also get just many different rifles, so like just overall. You can look here, there's the farmer, there's the Springfield, there's a couple of different ones that are just made. So you have like this one, that one is like a, is this the Austrian one? Yeah, that's the Austrian one. And then you have like a British rifle, and then these ones right here are really good actually. So I think I'm gonna start fitting out my better troops with those. Yeah, let's give them. So right now I have some in my armory. As I fight battles, you can actually pick up equipment. So I have actually been picking up a lot of the Union's equipment after I win a battle. And so I think I'm gonna give them. They do 12, 12. These are about even. These are slightly more accurate. Yeah, and that one just has a little bit better rate of fire. So in all reality, it doesn't really matter too much. But I like to kind of have these infantry groups a little bit better range. Actually, you know, probably going to keep them those. Hit cancel. So these guys right here, I did give them some infantry training already. So I actually think I'm going to do this. Switch them out. And train. Or trade the rifles out. So we'll give them those. Okay. So these boys will actually just be part of my brute force, just kind of charging in, getting things done. Let's get all these guys maxed out.
Sir.
Him some more people. Okay, so pretty good there. I believe we were only able to bring, I want to say 12 if I remember correctly, so we're just going to move him over there. So we're just going to bring these guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and just reinforce those all the way to full strength, and those guys all the way to full strength. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Yeah, 12 brigades. Looks like. So we're going to do this assault with my first group there with the 12 brigades that I just refitted. So we're bringing about almost 30,000 troops to this, 14 brigades. So we're going to have 12 brigades, and then my general, and then of course my supply wagon. And we're going to be assaulting this position. So let's take a look. All right, you've been ordered to advance, seize Harper's Ferry, and capture the Federal Weapons Factory. Yeah, it looks like they're on a hill, pretty well dug in. The guard of Harper's Ferry has left the town and have captured the heights to halt our advance, capture the heights, and clear the way to Harper's Ferry. Alright, looks like we'll pretty much get everything right off the bat, all the 12 brigades. So what we'll probably want to do is get everyone across the river right off the bat. So we'll take second. We'll move these guys right here. Bring them in. And then right behind them, we'll bring 1st Division. So we'll have the 2nd Division charge forward. They'll probably take most of the bullets and a lot of cannon fire, which is what I'm more worried about. Because the cannon fire can use canister shots, and they'll just wreak havoc. We're going to go ahead and fast forward as we get everyone into position here. Looks like we have about, let's say, 20 minutes or so to take it. So we could draw if we hold the heights. We have to inflict at least 5% more casualties than the enemy. That's not too bad. That's pretty easy. So what we're going to do, get everyone in position here. My majestic man is there marching. My commander here. All right. Everyone's pretty much almost in position. Let's see. Oh, they might actually come out to meet me. So let's go ahead and advance, because it looks like they're actually moving their artillery. So this would be now a really good time to just go ahead and get up there. Let's move these guys there. Let's actually run these guys. Yeah, ooh, ouch. So we're gonna charge that hill there. These guys just gonna take bullets for me. And then let's actually charge. So we're going to go ahead and try and get those artillery pieces taken out quickly, because before they can start using canister shot here. Let's bring them and rotate. And let's bring them forward. So your units all have different stats. They have morale, cover, condition, and one thing to keep in mind is your condition. So your men will get fatigued. Oof, that is just painful. So if they do get at like a 0 condition when they're charging, they'll actually just halt and they'll stop charging. So it can become a problem. Got to make sure you cycle your troops pretty efficiently. So let's go ahead and charge. These guys are already kind of wavering. Okay, let's bring up some... Oh yeah, don't blame them. Alright, where's our commander? Let's bring him up. Alright, so we have taken... pushing the left flank here. Let's keep moving. So this is a pretty tough one, actually. I'm losing a lot of men. Where are you going? I need you up here. So if we can go ahead and we can take this little section here, I think we'll be better off. We've already kind of routed a couple of them, pushed them back, so we just need to keep pushing up with now our elite troops. Go ahead and charge with these guys. They're pretty decent condition. See how these guys, they only have about 1%. They won't be able to charge anymore, so we'll have to actually bring up some fresher troops. These guys are pretty hurt too. And these guys' morale is really low. Let's bring up our commander a little bit closer. Oh, he's already over here. Try and get morale just a little bit up. It's kind of regenerating just a little bit, but yeah, they were definitely devastated there. Yeah, Mason's about to fall back over there on that right flank. Looks like we got their artillery pieces pretty well routed. I think we'll be able to get on these guys. I'm not a huge fan of charging my more elite troops that aren't really made more like shock troops, but I feel like I have no choice. Those canister rounds are just going to wreck us. And let's just move forward. Let's just keep the pressure on them. We pretty much steamrolled them and pushed them off the hill. Let's get some flanking hits in here. Yeah, see that? Oof. It's actually not too bad for the canister shot at point blank. Looks like we got into artillery or into melee before a lot of the artillery. Yeah, they have another gun over there somewhere. That just did a ton of damage. All right, let's keep moving up on these guys so we can flank them. Let's put these guys in reserve. They've done pretty well there for us. We're gonna actually fold these guys back because I don't want to keep losing them into the melee. Oh, they're gonna charge in. Okay. Let's keep going here. Keep the pressure on them. Bring Mason back up. So we've lost 8% of our army so far, almost 9%. Probably by the end of this, probably around 15%, I would assume. We've inflicted more casualties, though, so far, which is good. Exactly what we needed to do. So we're going to actually bring these guys back. They're pretty exhausted. Looks like we routed them. That artillery that's mixed in with that infantry. Oh! Looks like we destroyed one. Very nice. Looks like they broke and routed. so you can actually shatter them. So these guys are routing right here, but when you shatter them, they'll actually disappear. They'll just totally disengage and they don't come back to the fight. And that's kind of your ideal situation. You can capture. It's a little bit more difficult to capture. Oh, we have about 7 of the cavalry back there. Gotta be careful of them because I don't think they can flank us. No, they can't, which is good. Cavalry's really good at harassing and flanking. But I think we pretty much wiped them. So this is just one of the smaller battles, but as you go through the campaign, they get bigger and bigger. Like you'll fight a couple small battles, and then you'll fight one of the historical bigger battles, like Antietam's the next one that we'll fight. And we're just going to keep pushing them up. So the terrain will actually give you different defensive bonuses. So right now we're on a hill, so we get a little bit better range, and also we get a huge cover bonus from being in the woods. So I usually try and push into the woods and try and hold those, just because trees block bullets. Alright, looks like we pushed them off. Alright, I think we're doing okay here. I don't want to push too much further in because they do have their cannons all set up again, and we have the high ground, so there's really no point of... Oh, right glitch. Alright, let's push these guys out to the side. We'll bring these guys out that way just to have a little bit more backup, bring up our general. Sure, everyone's pretty good at morale. Tip-top shape. So what we're gonna do, I think we're just gonna hold the ground. So we're gonna go ahead and just fast forward just a little bit. I don't want to push on those cannons. Those canister shots just really hurt a lot, and what we lose in this battle carries on. So I want to try and save as many men as possible. Oh, cavalry's flanking us here. Let's actually move these guys out. I want them to flank us. Oh, they're charging. All right. So they're trying to counterattack. My southern voice just came out there. Counterattack. But looks like we were able to drive them off there. So there's not really much friendly fire. As you can see, my men are just firing into the wave there. So that's one good way to just kind of hold off assault charges. Is if people charge in, you kind of have your troops on the side just fire into the blob, and you'll kill a ton of them because you're pretty much point blank firing at them. Let's rotate these guys because I don't want them to get flank shot or anything. Alright, I think we should move forward now because we actually efficiently drove them off, and we can actually try and get those guns. Let's push up. Kill them. Get rid of these skirmishers there. Oh, we actually captured them. All right, nice. That's a lot of men to capture too. Holy moly, almost 1,400. We'll get them out of there. So sometimes you can capture them. Like I said, it happens sometimes. Sometimes they just get driven off, but usually if you just have enough men around them, they'll just surrender. They can take them back, so I'm gonna actually move them in the back line there. You don't have to like guard them. So like if I just leave them back here by themselves, they won't try and run or anything like that. So it's kind of like they have guards, quote unquote. But if they do get some of like their cavalry comes around and actually gets to them, they'll rearm them and they can actually continue the fight. We're gonna make sure we drive off that cavalry. Alright, let's keep pressure on these artillery pieces so they don't get too set up. Alright. Yes, that's a good capture. And so at the end of the battle, we can actually trade their captured for more manpower, so it's really good to capture people. It's just really difficult to do it sometimes. I'm thinking I'm gonna charge him. Okay, bring up these guys. We probably want to cycle these guys out. And then, oh yeah, bolt. Just keep pushing them up. Let's bring these guys around. All right, so we're doing quite a good damage to them. I mean, pretty much got them against the ropes at this point. They tried charging, and it looks like they ran out of stamina before they even got to our lines, so that's good. Let's move these guys up and get some flanking shots in. Oh, these guys are going to try and shoot at me. So we're going to actually pull these guys back. Looks like the battle is over. We're just going to kind of push the advantage just a little bit. You can continue to fight the battle for a little bit longer to cause a little bit more casualties if you hold the objective. So like if you're losing and you just lose, like you can't fight on to try and recapture it or anything. So well, this only gets it if you are winning the battle at that point. So we've captured the objective, so it lets us continue. Oh, I got melee there. Yeah, see, it ended it for me at that point. So we brought, oh wow, we had about the same amount of casualties there. But we definitely outnumbered them. We definitely pushed the advantage there. We took a lot of their guns down, which is really good. So in all reality, they lost about 5,000 infantry and then about 1,600 in their artillery divisions. So they lost about 67 guns. Oh, and then we captured 1,400. So in all, we did way better than them. All right, so we get to exchange those prisoners. So that 1,400, we get an additional 1,000 recruits. I think it's capped at 1,000, even no matter how many you captured. So if you captured 700 or 7,000, you would still only get the 1,000. So I believe it's capped. So what we did get a career point for winning, and then we also got 4 reputation points, which we can spend, and then also $100,000 and 5,700 manpower, which all in all is really good for us. We only lost about, what was 4,900 or 4,800, so gained about 1,000 because we'll have to reinforce these losses and everything like that. And then one thing I do like, you do get these little correspondence that happen after every battle, and it kind of gives you just a little bit of fluff, just to kind of make the atmosphere feel a little bit better. Like, oh, okay, we've intercepted these messages. These are the different things. It's pretty much like, hey, he beat me, and then like there's one like, oh, the enemy is getting better guns and they're getting better training, or they've gotten more troops, kind of thing. So really interesting in that regard. And then this is our intelligence service, so it lets me know that they have probably like 100,000 men in their army, which is way more than me. It shows a little bit about their training, so about 30 to 35% of them are actually like experienced. And then their armory, when you're facing the Union, they're always way better equipped than you are. So, but that is pretty much the Ultimate General for at least one of the smaller battles. We can do a bigger battle next time in the next episode if I decide to actually do something with this, or if I just did this just for one time. I don't know. But anyways, if you did like it, just go ahead and like the video, and if you want, you can subscribe too. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to continue making tons and tons of video. I just felt like making one. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.